So this is the difference between debt consolidation and debt help. Let's start with debt consolidation. Everybody, when you talk to them, I won't say everybody, but 9.5 out of 10 people, when you say debt help, they say, oh yeah, I know about debt consolidation. And you just like, bruh, that's not what I said, right? Because they don't know about debt help. They don't know about debt relief. So they just think debt consolidation. Now, debt consolidation, this is to make it very simple. And write this stuff down if y'all have to. But debt consolidation is a loan. That's the key giveaway right there. That's the key part of it. Debt consolidation is a loan. Debt help is not a loan. Debt help is a negotiation. Okay? Make sure you understand those two. Debt consolidation is a loan. Debt help or debt relief is a negotiation. All right, here's another key difference, right? I'm doing like a side by side. I guess that's what I'm doing right now. Debt consolidation, like you could put debt consolidation at the top, you could put debt help on one side, you could draw a line down the middle, and then make a list of the comparisons. Debt consolidation is a loan. Debt help is a negotiation of the debt to reduce the debt. Debt consolidation is a loan to help reduce the debt. Debt help is a negotiation to help reduce the debt. That's good. That's good. All right. So when you're going to get a loan, debt consolidation, you need what? Some credit. You need a good credit score to get this loan, right? That's debt consolidation. You need credit. Okay. Debt help is your credit probably already bad. You got bad credit. You don't have to have bad credit to use debt help, but most likely you already got bad credit. Okay. Two differences right there. See, those two differences right there might knock somebody out the box. Well, for one, you telling me you got late payments in your credit score 500, you can't get a loan, which means you can't do debt consolidation. That's number one. Right? Make sense so far? All right, all right. Anybody got any questions so far before I keep going into this a little bit? Any
No, that's
questions?
good. I'm glad they asked that question because I'm glad Sherry asked that question because a lot of people do get the two confused. And that's why it's so important to find out when you talk to your clients information. Gather as much information as you can because when you talking to them and they say they need help with their credit, you already know that they can't consolidate it because they don't have the credit.
They don't have the credit to get the loan. Yeah.
That's right. So
Bossy,
that's
I
a good
see.
question.
Bossy, I see your
Man,
hand went
this
up.
is good because I never knew the difference.
Can I
So the
can I say?
debt
Oh,
help
go ahead, my bad.
is a negotiation. The debt consolidation is a loan to pay off the debt, to lower the debt instead of having so many fees. And if they can't get approved for the debt consolidation, which is a loan, then I need to put them in credit repair. Got it.
Yep. Likely
Wow, boss.
credit
That was a
repair,
lot.
credit repair, or the debt help program. It could go either way, depending on what their goal is,
Now
but it
say
could
that
go either
again.
way.
Now say
I
that
see.
again, because that was a lot.
She wants you to run it back, Boston.
Okay, so the debt help program is a conversation for negotiation on the debt to
Uh-huh.
try to get the payments lower to provide some relief.
Okay.
A debt consolidation is a personal loan where you can take one loan off and pay off all the debt instead of having multiple different small debts. Now you're just paying one loan.
Okay.
Correct.
In order for an individual to get debt consolidation and approved because it's a loan, they would have to have credit, Miss Monica.
Okay.
So if we understand the qualifications for the debt help now, the unsecured debt, the secured debt, so we know what questions to ask as far as that. But if they don't get approved for a debt consolidation loan, then it's automatically probably a red flag that we should start talking about issues with your credit report.
Right. Okay. I got you.
Hey, boss. Boss.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Keys, my guy. What's up, King?
Yo, so question. So basically, if my credit was a decent score, I could potentially take out a personal loan and I can I can consolidate my my debt that with my issue that I got going on. Instead, if I can't basically get into the debt help program.
Okay, I will tell you this, King, because I don't, know the whole situation with your vehicle. I was listening to you, as far as it being totaled and things of that nature. But what I will say is, when it comes to totaled vehicles, once they come repo the vehicle, whether it's voluntary or involuntary, 9 times out of 10, what the bank could do is try to resell it and put it through an auction. So let's say you owe $5,000 and they sell the vehicle for $3,000, then you will owe the remainder too. Now, in your situation, if the vehicle is totaled, they will not resell the vehicle. It's a waste. Now, what they will do is probably put it through an auction and allow someone to do a salvage title. A
Right.
salvage, right. So they probably explained all that to you, right?
Not really, but my grandfather is a body mechanic, so I kind of know about those things already. So that's why I kind of be in between my decisions because I can fix a car. You know what I'm saying? And most people can't. That's not in their, that's not in their jurisdiction to kind of like do that or whatever. So it's like after question. You know what I'm saying? So people just left with either buying another car or whatever, repaying it themselves and still got to pay for it or whatever. But
Right.
I can
Now, in
actually
your
fix it without that.
situation, King, if you're going to keep the vehicle, then you don't have to file bankruptcy and things like that. You can
Yeah,
just file out for a personal loan off your website.
and that's
You're
what I'm really trying to do. I haven't been really taught the information and it ain't been passed down or
all right.
nothing.
Just
So
look. We're not gonna kidnap training, King. Just send me a text
for sure,
message on Messenger.
I got you.
All right.
Look,
Let's go.
my
Let's
bad,
go.
team.
You good, bro? You good? Because everybody learning from it. So, Jim's from Bossy right there. So, look, when it comes to the debt consolidation, this is what everybody has to know. And this kind of speaks to keys to your point as well. How do you help somebody with debt consolidation? Well, the first thing that you need, y'all want to probably write this down. If somebody wants to save money by getting a loan to pay off all their debts and now have a new lower monthly payment. Because remember, when somebody takes a loan, they're paying off all of those debts, but they still got a brand new loan over here on the left hand side. They paid off all their debts on the right hand side with that one loan, but now they have a monthly payment for the new loan that they just took, right? Everybody got that part. Any questions
Yep.
on that part?
No.
Okay, because I've had
Wait a
that
minute.
before. Where go ahead, Monica.
Wait a minute. You were going too fast. I was trying to write it down.
Yeah. So when you take a loan, a debt consolidation loan, and let's say it's 30K worth of debt over here, you take a $30,000 loan to pay off that 30,000 over there. Why would you, let me ask this question. Maybe this will help everybody understand it better. Why would you take a $30,000 loan to pay off 30,000 over here? Why would you do that?
Because it's a one month, you, instead of making several different monthly payments to different creditors, you got one payment to make to the loan.
No, that's not really the reason. right? It's not just because you just want to make one payment, right? What's the reason why I would take a $30,000 loan to pay off this $30,000 a day?
For lower
The
payments,
For
lower
lower
interest rates.
payments, lower interest rates,
lowest interest rates. So that's if
Yeah.
my credit has
to lower my
increased.
credit utilization.
That's another one, right? So there's different reasons, not just to have one
Okay.
payment, right?
Mhm.
But it could be, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it for lower payments. And this is where it can get a little tricky, where it could branch off. Lower payments could mean, okay, that $30,000 worth of debt, let's say it had a total of about 8% interest rate. Now I took a loan over here for 30,000, but it's got a 5% interest rate. So I would be saving money, right? If I did that consolidation, I dropped the 8% rate and now I got a 5% rate, right? That's one way to lower payments. Everybody got that part so far?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. But here's another way to lower payments. Would you, I'm going to phrase it in a question. And I don't want to say would you, but is it possible that someone would have 30K in debt and be paying 8% interest on that debt, and then come over here and take a 30K loan with the same 8%? Is it possible that somebody would still want to take that loan? They both have the same interest rate.
Yeah, it would be.
Listen,
It could be possible that they would still want to take the.
Yeah.
why would they still want to take that loan then? If it's the same interest rate, it's the same 30K, same interest rate, why would they still potentially want to take that loan?
Pay the debt off fast.
Well, you're not paying it off necessarily faster because you're taking 30K to pay 30K and they both have the same interest rate. So why would
Because
someone want to take that loan?
they're making it to one creditor instead of several different creditors. Maybe.
No, that was your answer before. No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's not consolidating it all into one loan?
No, it is consolidating it. It is still doing that. But why would someone take 30,000 at 8% and 30,000 over here to pay off 30,000 at 8% over here? It seems like it would be a wash, right? It seems like it would be the same, right?
Maybe they just have different terms.
Let's go. Drop some diamonds in the chat for Steve Mays. C, there's another way you could lower the monthly payments when you're debt consolidating. It's not always about reducing the interest rate. Sometimes people are just trying to reduce the monthly payment. So if they're trying to reduce the monthly payment, they're like, man, I can only get this 30,000. It's at the same interest rate, but they might get a term that stretches it out over 3 years or 5 years or 7 years.
Oh, okay.
And then that will reduce how much they pay out monthly, because their goal is to try to save more money
Get your feet off
monthly.
that wall.
Okay, Monica.
Mute,
Get
Monica.
the feet. Get the feet, Monica. Whoop the butt. Whoop the butt.
I'm sorry.
All right. So you've been like at a car dealership and they say, well, we can give you like a 3-year term, a 5-year term, or a 7-year term. Same price for the car, different amount on the monthly payment. The longer the loan, the more reduced the monthly payment is. That makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Okay. So when you're looking at people that's doing debt consolidation, it might be a reduction in interest rate. It might be extending the term that saves them money, or it could be both. It could be reducing the interest rate and they get a longer term, or it could be so good. The best scenario is that the interest rate got reduced and the term got reduced. So now they're paying less and they're doing it for a shorter amount of time, right? So understanding all of this, how do you help somebody determine whether they want to do debt consolidation? That's Sherry's question, right? Sherry, let me make sure Sherry's still on.
I'm still with you. I'm following.
Okay. Okay. All right. Somebody used to say, you picking down what I'm throwing up? You pick it, no, you pick it up what I'm throwing down. That's what it was. You pick it up
That's it.
what I'm
Picking up
throwing
what
down.
I got you. I'm right here ready for the slam dunk. I already got it lined up. I'm coming out blazing this week.
Let's go. Let's go. Okay. So what you would need for the client to do is you need the client to go look at all of their debts, all their credit card bill, the car loan, if they just trying to do the credit cards, or if they trying to do the cars well, or they got some other loan from the finger hut shopping or whatever. Look at all their debts and total all the debts up. I'm gonna say that again. How do you help somebody determine what they want, what they need to do inside of debt help? They need to add up all of the debt and total it up. They total it all up. I got this credit card, that credit card, that credit card. All right, I got 15K worth of debt. Okay. Now, the next thing you need them to do is look at all of the minimum monthly payments that they're paying on all of those 7 credit cards. Oh, this one is 100, this one is 200, that one is 75, that one is 3. Okay, I'm paying out probably $1,000 in monthly minimum balances. Okay. So they got 15K worth of total debt. They got $1,000 a month that they're paying out on this debt minimum. What type of loan, what would the loan look like if they went through us, they got pre-approved for a loan? What kind of loan or terms or numbers would you guys think that you'll be looking for your client, or your client will be looking for?
You do that at home.
You said the loan terms they'll be looking for?
Yeah, like what amount? Okay, let's think about it like this. What amount of a loan would you be looking for your client to get from you or from Nove? What would be the loan amount? If they got 15K worth of debt and they're paying out $1,000 a month minimum on minimum balances, when they come over to Nove, what's the first thing is the loan amount. What loan amount would you be looking for them to get?
Minimum 15.
Minimum 15. Let's go with that, Cassandra. Let's go. Because you want them to get a minimum of 15K worth of loan, a 15K loan, because they got 15K worth of debt. So at minimum, you want them to get 15K to pay off the debt that they have there. 15K loan to pay off the 15K debt. All right. Everybody, that makes sense for everybody? Anybody having trouble with that piece?
Nope. Makes sense.
Good. All right. Seems like everybody good? Okay.
Makes sense.
All right, perfect. So now Cassandra said we need to get them a 15K loan at minimum. If they want to get more, they can get more, great. But we want to get them at least 15K. That's at least what they want to get. Now, when we're looking at the terms of the loan, what monthly payment do we want the loan to be?
Less than 1,000 if they
Less than
can.
1,000. Yep.
Less than 1,000, so they can save the money. Now they can take this 15K, they can pay off that 15K where they was paying $1,000 a month, and then on top of that, they can reduce how much they're paying, because they were paying $1,000 a month on that debt, but this debt over here they paying $700. Now they just saved $300 per month. Right? Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Anybody that didn't make sense to? Okay. All right, good. Now I'm gonna throw one more way in there for y'all, because we talked about reducing the interest rate. We talked about stretching out the term to get the monthly amount down, right? Bossy threw another one out there when everybody was throwing out different reasons why somebody might want to get a debt consolidation loan. And Bossy said to reduce their utilization. This is a little bit more technical one, y'all. So utilization on credit cards, you really want to, utilization is just how much you spent, or how much you have on that credit card that you're spending versus how much they actually approved you for. So if you got a credit card for $1,000, you want to keep it below 30%. You want to keep that credit card below $300 that you keep a balance running. If you got credit cards that's maxed out above 30%, your utilization is above 30%. What does that mean? That means that's going to hurt your credit, right? So some people might say, look, I need to take a loan to pay these debts down. I'm not worried about if I save money per month. What I'm worried about is getting my utilization down so I can increase my credit scores. So I got 15K worth of debt over here on credit cards, but all my credit cards is maxed out. I'm paying 8% interest and I'm at $1,000 per month minimum payments. That's my debt. I come over to Nove and I get a $15,000 loan. The monthly payment is $1,000. It's at the same 8% interest rate. It's the exact same debt and the exact same monthly payment. But now, Kier, this is where you come in. Go ahead, Kier. What was your answer? You gave it twice. You consolidate everything into one payment.
Amen.
Yes, this is where your answer comes in with the utilization. So they might be like, well, this is the exact same loan as, and basically the same amount I'm paying out over here. But then you say, yeah, it's the exact same loan, but now you consolidating into one, but now you can pay all the credit cards down or pay them all off. And now you take your utilization from being 100% maxed out credit cards down to zero. And now that frees up your utilization. And now that can take your credit scores up.
Guess
So
what?
you didn't.
Aziz, you just helped us play with our clients chess and not checkers with their finances.
Let's go.
That's
Let's
you.
go.
That's
Let's
how I took it.
Let's
go.
go.
We about to play chess with them.
Let's go.
Yes, we about
Let's
to
go.
play
Now
chess,
you playing
guys.
chess. Yes, you getting it. You got it. It's the same loan. It's the same money. But see, it's so many ways the game could be played. I want to get my credit up. I want to reduce my utilization. Now I'm back in business. I'm paying the same monthly debt, but it's okay because my utilization is right. Now my credit profile is strong. Woo!
And now your utilization ain't out of whack. Your debt to income ratio is what really looks good, y'all. We only getting started, man. Go Google this stuff. Look into it. There's so much information out here. We are the best of the best in the industry.
Let's
Trust
go.
me.
Let's go. Let's go. Right. And it shows it's just good credit. All right. Now you can afford to pay. Now. All right. Here go another piece of the game. Your utilization is down. You ain't really using the credit cards. You don't pay that off. Now you can go ask the bank for more money. You can ask the credit card companies for more money. And they likely going to want to give it to you because they want to give you more money. So you spend more money, but you don't spend more money. You just increase the credit limit. That's another part of the game. Yep. All right, y'all. It's we've been on 2 hours. Shouts out to everybody that's still on. There's still 28 of us on the call. Anybody got any questions before we go?
Thank you very much, because this helped me with I had 2 clients with business. They wanted to do business funding, but they also need the business credit because they just getting started. So you just helped me kind of like change conversations.
Yeah, business credit. Remember, the business credit builder program comes with the personal credit repair software included. Hey, shouts out to Nove. I don't know if y'all saw this, but the business credit builder program is on a discount by 500. Right? They discounted it down to 25 to 2,000. I haven't looked at the website today.
I've been on
Yeah,
there.
there it is right there. It's discounted to 2,000, limited time this week only. But that program is discounted down to 2,000. They changed the whole look of the website. The whole look of this page.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, that was
So
a whole shift. I'm on lunch right now, so I appreciated that value, man. Shit,
No
I love
problem, King.
y'all.
Hey, love you too, bro. They just, hey, keep
Oh,
spreading the word, bro. Not only to your team for sure, but to people that's in this world, bro. They like when you go explain stuff to people like this, they're like, man, you the GOAT. Like, bro, you
yeah,
smart as heck.
absolutely.
Like, yeah, like, bro, they
But
not gonna want to not do business with you.
But I'm the type that I want to go watch the recordings. I'll schedule a call with you and Bossy just to make sure I'll sharpen my knowledge of what I did learn so I can go back and let somebody know the right information. I don't want to be saying stuff and I'm still confused. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely need this record. One of my clients that or agents that's supposed to be coming on, she actually wanted to join on, but I sent it to her late because I was actually working at the same time. But I'm gonna make sure she get this information as well.
You know, hey, look, y'all can Google it too. Y'all can GPT chat. Y'all can go on YouTube, like, and dig into this stuff and like, what is debt consolidation? What is debt help? What is debt relief? Right? And start studying this stuff even outside of what we do here. Novay and what we do here is really to spark the thoughts, to
Facts.
spark the thought, to make you interested to even go do more research and sharpen your blade. We all gonna sharpen our blade together. We're gonna work together and we're gonna train together. But it should also make everybody like inspire everybody to say, I need to go find other information about these things.
Facts. Aziz, my bad. I don't know why I can't push the raise hand button, but I meant to say this though. I was gonna say to everybody like, don't forget what you know already. You know what I'm saying? Like we might come in here and we want to learn everything. You know what I'm saying? But we are what attracted us is because we already kind of like interested anyway. You know what I'm saying? So don't forget what you kind of already know and still bring your ideas. And definitely, like I was gonna say, what you just said, yeah, look that up because it's still out here. But I
Man, it's
love the fact
information
that
out
you,
there.
man, shout out to you.
Man, shout out to you too, bro. Let's
And
get it.
he's right too. The more you educate yourself and talk to people about it, they do. They think you a genius. They think you because they don't know. They don't
Mhm.
know. So they coming to you for answers, and any little thing that you do know is a big thing to them.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind too.
Yeah. We don't gotta be experts in every field. We just in our lane. That's it. Be master your lane. Like if I need to do a surgery on my knee or something, I'm not gonna do it I'm not gonna do it myself. I'm gonna go get a doctor that know how to do it. Just be the doctor in your field that learns this. If somebody can go for a college degree for 4 to 6 to 8 years, and you can definitely take the time to really master your craft in this field for 4 to 6 to 8 years. We don't got to learn it overnight. Yeah. So, any other questions? Anybody got anything they want to ask or say? Let's see the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Here's so much information. These tabs. Yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all. Look, I didn't even train on what I was planning on training on. Right. But I will say this. Look, next week I'll just say this. Maybe I'll do a mid-week training or something like that. But I'll say this. Y'all see me drop in the chat. It's Warm Spirit Week. Let's kick this thing off. I know we've been going into Cold Spirit very heavily. We're going to still keep going into Cold Spirit very heavily. I think that everybody has seen like sending DMs. You have to send a lot of DMs. You have to send a lot of messages. You have to reach out to a lot of people and I've showed that. I've shown like how many people that I connect with, but everybody going through those processes, don't forget about Warm Spirit because Warm Spirit is going to be easier to talk to. You don't got to spend as much time sending the DMs and all of that. So there's people that's been like nervous about talking to Warm Spirit, friends, family, etc. But then there's people that's like, I want to jump into Cold Spirit. But then when they jump into Cold Spirit, they don't really realize how many people you really got to reach out to. But you got to pick one or pick both. Me, I choose to pick both. But this week, if you have my calendar is blocked. You cannot just book my calendar this week because I'm blocking my calendar for warm spirit. If you have anybody that's warm spirit, friends, family, because there's people that's like they can't get to my calendar because it be booked. If you this is your opportunity, but put me on Zoom calls, put me on phone calls with warm spirit. This is gonna be your opportunity to get me on a call to do a presentation for you. Friends, family, co-workers, old classmates, etc. Because if you want to speed up the process and you don't want to have to send so many messages and things of that nature, warm spirit is going to be a lot easier for you to be able to do that, right? We're going to spend 3 weeks in cold spirit, but let's dedicate this week. We're still going to do cold spirit this week as well, but let's dedicate this week to saying, who in my warm spirit have I not talked to? And Aziz probably got a spot. Just text me directly to DM me directly on Messenger, and then we'll set something up. I'll just tell you what times I have available, what times they have available, and all of that. And we'll set something up to get on a Zoom call or something like that with your warm spirit. All right, let's push. Game time. Maybe I'll do a training in the middle of the week of what I was going to train on. So, all right, y'all. Any questions? Any questions? All right, no questions. All right, y'all know what time it is, man. It's the beginning of the month. Let's run like it's the end of the month. See y'all at the TOP. Let's go.
Let's
Go.
go.
Let's
Thank you for your
go. Thank you,
leadership.
everyone.
Let's go. Thank you for your
TOP.
leadership.
Thank you, Aziz.
Uh,